Hello everyone, Impiator here, and welcome back to my Newcomer's Guide for Elden Ring. This is part 32. So in the last episode, we completed some of the Altus Plateau stuff, and we also ended up making it to the outskirts of Landale Castle at the Outer Wall Phantom Tree. Now, at the very end, I did mark some things on the map, and we're going to be handling those things over this episode as well as the next episode. But we're going to first head over to, I think, the Outer Wall Phantom Tree, because this will give us the most direct route down to the tunnel, the sealed tunnel that we're going to be going towards. Now, the reason why these tunnels are on our list, this one right here and this one up here, is because they both contain ball bearings that allow us to basically buy up an infinite supply now of up to level 4 smithing stones and somber smithing stones. And that'll make it really easy for you to start choosing at this point multiple weapons to play around with. That way you're not just limited to one or two weapons that are of high level. So there is a... what do we call it over here? So I'm going to wait for it to come back around. So, Prayerful Strike. Raise armament aloft in prayer, then slam it into the ground. It's kind of a paladin type ability. Inspired Blow restores HP on self and nearby allies. There's a lot of hidden walls in this place. First on our list here, we got some enemies that we want to hit with a bonk stick. These guys have a chance to drop level 5 smithing stones, so definitely want to kill them. Consider farming them if you want. Otherwise, we're coming down here. There's an enemy off to our left. I am still getting message appraisals. How cool is that? So this is the bell bearing. If you have problems with this place, you can certainly leave this place, though this boss we're going to be facing is pretty easy, so I would say this is a fairly logical place to go next. But that is the main reason why we came down here. More smithing stones. So as usual, you can jump off these. You'll notice there's a lot of death patches on this one though, and that's because you actually want to jump back here. Because otherwise, if you come over here, you have very few options to get down without killing yourself. So drop down here, grab our smithing stone, and then I recommend jumping for this one. And now we are down safely. Shouldn't be anything else back up there to get, but force of habit. Over here we got a golden rune, another one of these passages. Now it's worth mentioning, there are a number of enemies here. These types of enemies. These are some of the irritating enemies that we found in Caelid. We've also been running into them lately. I'm going to drop off the ledge here. Well, knocked him down. Another one back here, along with a stone sword key. So I'm gonna drop on here. Give these guys a bonk. Alright, so what you need to know about this is we have a statue there that needs to be destroyed and for us to get the item inside. And over here there is a Iron Virgin. So let's equip some lightning. These things do not like lightning, but we do want to avoid killing him until he opens up that thing over there for us. So he will most likely kill it for us. Well, maybe not. There we go. So we do not want to be grabbed by this thing. Alright, so he did mess with it. Uh-oh. So they do not like electricity. And he's dead. So we got smithing stone level 6. Rank 6. I'm not really sure what to call them. Let's see, I think there's another one over here, actually. Yes, there is. That one's the somber variety, level 5. Alright, so now we're going to go through this the proper way. So Stake of America to our left. I did not mean to do that. Oh well. When you get down here, you're going to have some enemies that are going to blow themselves up. Smithing stones. When you get up here, the ones behind you are going to blow themselves up. Alright. And then we got the item that we saw on the other end, which was the Old Fang. I actually forgot about that one. I got lucky rolling through it. They don't normally kill you with a single hit, but boy oh boy, do they hit like a truck. Anyway, so what we're going to want to do is drop off here, drop off here, drop off here, and drop off here. Get ourselves a smithing stone. Then we want to drop on the branch here. And this will allow us to go up here for another lightning grease. And then this is usually the way I like getting down here. All these things are going to blow up whenever you get near them. Grab the golden rune. I don't think there's anything over here. No. Alright, so this leads to the boss battle. You can summon for this boss battle if you want. We can also, of course, leverage various types of additions to make this fight a little bit easier, but this is actually a fight that we've fought before. So this is actually the Onyx Knight. Onyx Lord, sorry. So, kind of up to you what you want to use on this, but we'll go ahead and summon. He doesn't have a lot of poise, by the way. So if you can get him a few times, you can knock him down pretty easy. Otherwise, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And you get the Onyx Lord's Greatsword. So this has strength, dex, and intelligence. Base scaling also requires values in each. Curved Greatsword has a unique skill, Onyx Lord's Repulsion. So it does that gravity well ability, which this one's gravity well ability actually pushes enemies away rather than pulling them in. So kind of interesting variety. Anyway, go ahead and take this path. This actually leads us to a tower. However, we cannot beat... we can't enter this tower yet. But we can definitely put it on our map. Alright, so from here, we're done with the sealed tunnel. We're next going to be heading for the Altus tunnel. So I'm going to start at the Altus Highway Junction, and we're going to head north. If you haven't talked to Corin yet, by the way, talk to him. We are going to be progressing his quest at the end of this episode. That's right. We got a sacred tier at one of the churches. We'll go ahead and use that. And getting closer to switching back over to Vigor.
Oh, are you here as a customer?
I am here as a customer. Thank you. I would love to have the Ancient Dragon Apostles Cookbook, though, because I like lightning. So I'm thinking we'll go ahead and use some of our runes. Let's see. Sitting at 2,500, we need about 2,000 more.
Oh, is there anything more?
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and drop off the ledge here. I'm going to be circling back around to go over here. So these things, by the way, afflict you with blight. Generally, I recommend avoiding them. Underneath here, grab some bones. There's an enemy over here. Find some folder wounds. Oh, come on. Wasn't coming here to fight you guys. Alright, so we gotta get up there. So as usual, you can roll off. So we got some of these enemies in this place. These are the clockwork enemies. These guys are dangerous. Kill them. Like there's a smithing stone. Rune arc. So these things, if they don't get out of their shell, they can be very quickly killed. Otherwise, it does take a couple of hits. So we're going to go upstairs and we're going to kill off these enemies first. Also going to kill this guy. And him. Another magic user. Okay. Now we're going to go back down. And we're going to kill all these guys. Take their stuff. All right, then we're going to go forward. And actually, this leads to the boss. We have a couple of items to go get real quick. Let's grab the smithing stone, then we're going to head back for a minute. And you might remember this area. This is the other side of the Perfumer's Grotto. So we are now seeing that enemy that I suggested that you kill over there. So a couple of things. We got some of these to kill. And then we're going to want to jump. All right, so now we're going to jump on this. And we're going to climb all the way up. And this is a talisman. So this one raises the maximum equip load, very much like Havel's ring. Oh, I didn't in fact kill all of them. Well, did now. Alright, so we have 2 of these crystalline enemies. As usual, we just need to pelt them with as much damage as possible, get them below around half health, and that will break their shield. We'll go ahead and equip some fire damage to add some extra oomph to a weapon that doesn't bounce off these enemies. So again, bonk stick is recommended. I recommend dealing with the pole arm first. And that's going to do it for that fight. Alrighty, so we are done with the Altus tunnel. What we're going to be heading towards next is actually going to be the Round Table Hold, because we're going to progress some quests. First things first, back here, Roger has finally died. He's going to give you his ball bearing. Make sure to grab Roger's note, by the way. I forgot to do it here. Then we're going to come over here and we are going to talk to Fia. Let her hold you.
You are so.
Alright, so there's a couple of different triggers to make her progress her quest line. The first, though, is to progress Ronnie's quest line far enough. The other is going to be to reach the Altus Plateau and activate a grace there.
My dear.
When we do this,
Could you please?
she's going to ask us to find the owner of the weathered dagger.
A certain person. It's a very. So I'd like you. It's a very. Then good.
So she won't really tell you who it belongs to, but we need to take it to D.
Well, how did you... Well, I I know very. Why don't I? Good work.
Go ahead and rest. He's going to disappear. You'll now notice that Pia is missing. And if we go in here, this place has just opened up. We can now see that D has died from the same death root stuff that apparently afflicted Roger. So grab his gear.
Finally, it is returned to its rightful place. The stolen Hallowbrand of the exalted noble. And now, I must bid you goodbye as well. Though I ask you deliver this message, I am via Hark Round Table. We live in wait. What right? Our law.
So, she has just made her allegiances known. There are multiple things at play in this game right now. Anyway. Let's see. Anything for us to level up? I don't think so. I will say, by the way, if I haven't previously mentioned it, Lutel the Headless is great as a summon, especially for some of the upcoming stuff that we're going to be against. I'm just not playing a build that is FP focused, and this is more FP than I currently have to summon for. So, Latena, however, is one that I do have the ability to summon for, so I am going to go ahead and level her up. She's actually a pretty good summon in the right situation. But otherwise, right now, none of these summons are that great. I'm going to stick with the Lone Wolf Ashes for now, I guess. We do have some more upgrade stones. We'll go ahead and talk to him here. Let's see. I need more runes.
That no matter.
All right, so we are now going to trade all of our ball bearings in that we've collected. We've gotten 4 in just a few minutes' time. So now you have access, of course, to everybody's ball bearings. D's, you need to buy his stuff. Roger's, if you need to buy his stuff. As well as the other stuff has actually been added to the Twin Maiden Husks purchases. So we can now buy smithing stones 1 through 4. And then remember, somber smithing stones 1 and 2 can be purchased currently from EG. So that's going to be an option. And then 3 and 4, of course, can be purchased unlimited from her, or them, I guess. All right, so I think we're going to go ahead and complete one more task, I guess, because we are sitting at not quite 30 minutes. So we're going to head down to the forest-spanning Great Bridge again. So we are headed towards this little area right here. And actually, good time for us to go ahead and grab this. And the rock is not here yet. Okay. I couldn't remember if we had to actually activate it or not. So we're going to head west towards marker number 3. We'll get that here in a minute. Okay, so now that has activated it. You can check this if you want to, but basically we need to find 3 crests. One of them is right here. One of them is off to the left. So we can see it in the distance over there. Over here, pick up the Michaela Zully. A few seconds after you examine these, by the way, these will die, so... Now we're going to go back to this point right here. So, gold rune. So, somber smithing stone. Now you're seeing an enemy come here, so once he spawns, you know that you're in the right place. And this big rock. So that will activate the tower. Welcome to Mirage's Rise. So unlike most of the other memory towers, this one does not contain a memory stone. This one actually has some magic at the top of it, though. So we got Unseen Blade and Unseen Form. Unseen Form makes you almost invisible. Unseen Blade makes your weapon invisible. So that makes it so you can basically do PvP a little bit easier. Unseen Blade doesn't have any effect, by the way, in the normal game, but it does in the... if you're planning on playing PvP. But with that I think is going to wrap this episode. So, in the next episode, we're going to be exploring some stuff up here, including some ruins that we have off here. We're going to be tackling a boss over near the minor Erd tree. We're then going to come up to kind of the northern section. There are some windmills over here we're going to tackle. And eventually we're going to reach up to our number 5 item on the list here, which does include a boss fight. And then we're going to be heading kind of along this path back south towards these ruins here. Got a couple of fights that we're going to have to deal with while we're there. There's also some items that we're going to get over on this little area here. And then we're also going to progress Corin's quest line. I was thinking we were going to do it in this episode, but it's already at 34 minutes, so I think we're going to hold it for the next episode. But until then, thank you everybody for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Later.